If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Okay. Yeah, these guys are pretty extreme.
Buy, sell, or be gone.
Yeah, still Gaia Blade. Yeah, nothing. Okay.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, thank you for nothing, mate.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Speak with Bertrand.
Oh, if even a grain is missing.
There we go.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Wow.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. Oh, what is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful, I mean. Most helpful.
Damn, the dame is so powerful. Right. I always love it when they pull that move. They're like, yeah, well, you know, normally people wouldn't tell me where they're going, but this one happened to do so. It's like, okay, sure. You could have just said, yeah, he was just going here, and it would have been equally believable.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Oh boy. It smells like we're gonna have to do a bit of this.
We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Get him, boy!
They're pretty resilient, I have to say. They're not dying very easily. Let's see if we can finish him with this. Bit of a cheap shot, mate. But yeah, this does not look good at all.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
Shit.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
I have to take the comb back.
So it is you. Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Okay, she's right here. I'm still looking to this bit on the side, like the story or any side quest hasn't led me there yet to this tower. So once I'm done here, it's probably going to lead me into the actual city. But I'll go here first. But yeah, this music here has just made me feel uneasy throughout, and there's just been nothing good going on here at all.
If it was a message that needed delivering, I could have seen to it, milady.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Of course.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Okay. More meteorites.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The veil counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Alright, it was nice to meet the dame. Nice change of flavour from the people that we've been hanging out with. Now, I thought she meant this bit, but no, so that means we're going to check this out.
Had another branded drop in the field yesterday.
Yeah, I have to listen to this music that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Up, the lot of you.
Thankfully there's not much in the way of enemies here. But still, we haven't been to any areas that have like anything truly massive wandering around. Like Adamantoid style stuff. Like Final Fantasy 13 Adamantoid style, should I say. Right, so what's the deal with this bit here?
Imperial Watchtower. Should be well stocked.
Ah, it's like an optional... Okay. Sure.
Wait. You're not one of us. Keep your distance, boy. Sick him, Torgal. Get him, boy. There, boy. You will pay for what you've done. Don't let them get away.
Keep the pressure on here. And again, when we have a big group, always good to give them the business with a bit of that.
Over here. Sick of Torgal. The Empire will never fail.
Well, the Empire just failed. Okay. So surely at the top of this there's going to be a chest with a teleporter, right? Ooh, nice. There you go. Definitely liking seeing more equipment. So this is what I've been saying. Still, ratio-wise, I'm not happy, but in general, it's been nice to have more stuff like this. There you go. While slaying a demon merely returns its soul to the hell whence it came, until such time as it is resummoned to inhabit a new host, taming a demon is a much more effective means of dampening its influence, its evil influence on the corporeal plane. Bloody hell. It's too late at night at the moment for me to follow this. Okay. Cool. So I guess I can't actually go in the tower. Just the chest. Fair enough. Right. It's time to meet our companions. Get moving. I mean, I still want to know more about Sid's plan. I get that he fundamentally wants to get rid of these mother crystals, but it's a freaking... it's that thing. I know Eikons are powerful than that, but I guess we saw how much destruction Hellfire caused. The size of that crater. So I guess 3 Eikons together, they could definitely destroy a mother crystal. Yeah, that Hellfire crater was absolutely enormous. So, fine. I guess that is the plan. The 3 Eikons probably just bash the shit out of it somehow. They all use their ultimate moves. It goes down. Almost there. The shop doesn't have anything new here. Oh.
The dame said you would be coming. Your friends are waiting at the chapel atop the hill. Go now.
Go now. Again, been pretty quiet for a while. We haven't had a named boss battle in some time. Okay. Cutscene time. Whoop. For a second I thought there was a chest. But yeah, I'm still a bit curious about this bit here. Definitely looks interesting. What?
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Definitely a bit of a Nathan Drake vibe about Sid as well. There you go, a splash of colour. A rarity. This place looks far more advanced than most that we've seen.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut. And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent.
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
I mean, that entire cutscene there, that to me sums up the Sid problem in that sense, because like, you can't tell me that watching that scene, Sid just didn't outshine everyone else in that room. I like seeing Jill get a bit more involved as well. She seemed very flat at the start, I'll be honest, but she's starting to come into it now as well. And Clive's he's just a good boy, like he's just a good guy, and he's great and all that, but like, when he's in the room with Sid and things are happening, Sid is the one that's in charge. He's controlling the narrative, he's controlling the conversation, he's demonstrating the charisma, he's demonstrating the willingness to take risk, and like, you know, his lack of seriousness, all that kind of stuff. He's just got all of those qualities of a typical leading man that you enjoy in these sorts of narratives. He's just got that Nathan Drake energy for me, and that's something that I personally gravitate to. Those are the kind of characters that I enjoy watching in action, like especially when the writing is good. Even like, again, in that scene, to me it's another demonstration that they have a good handle on the writing and stuff for this. So in general, I am impressed. But that's why it's also good that Sid is present in relatively, especially after the first 7-8 hours, in smaller doses, because if he was around the whole time, I really do think we would have a different type but a similar kind of problem to the Bart's and Galuf problem in Final Fantasy V. Well, which is something I thought was a problem anyway. No. Then I'm gonna just pause a sec here. How do I... Let me just quickly go back here for a sec. Put a save in and then continue on. Okay, my friends, I threw in a save before moving to Oriflamme because I felt like there's going to be a lot happening there, and it literally said that there's a bit of a point of no return. So, having a look at the map, obviously, it is the first time, I think, basically, we've entered anywhere this significant. And this place looks kind of funky to me. I was looking at the mother crystals. There was 4. Maybe this is the 5th one, like inside here? I don't know. And also I noticed, is this the crater that's been left by... No, it can't be because there's water flowing into it. This must be like a really cool looking place. I'm trying to see if the crater is visible, the one that Hellfire left at the Battle of Phoenix Gate, but I don't think so. Anyway, enough of all that. Let's just go here and continue the story. Let's go.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
Won't be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
Yeah, really starting to love the interaction between these three. Jill coming into it as well.
Come on, this way. Try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
This to me is like peak kind of having a Final Fantasy
Don't
part
worry,
2.
the passage is empty.
Alright Sid, we get it, you're cool. Just let me say something here. Yeah, like having these three together, now that it's more than just Clive plus one other person. This to me is like when Final Fantasy really shines. This is when I generally have the most fun playing these games. I've always just enjoyed having like a bigger group of people and going on an adventure together the most. And especially when it's well done, the characters are good and it's well written, then to me that's absolute peak. And so I'm liking having this. So thank God that we have the four of us, including Torgal, of course, traveling together. I don't know how, it's probably going to be short-lived, but let's enjoy the moment as Sid would and just see where it takes us. We shall see if it's going to turn out to be, you know, they've really made it seem like Sid is not going to go the distance. And then, or it's going to end up kind of surprising us. We shall see. $800 at once. There you go. That's more like it. Yeah, even sometimes finding Gil in chests. It hasn't really happened too much in this game. Thinking about it now, it's like one of the first times we found Gil in a chest. I think. More of that, please. Like I say, overall, I'm still really kind of flipping and flopping between feeling like, yeah, man, it's like such a quintessential high-level Final Fantasy experience, and then there are times where I get a bit pulled away from feeling like that. But overall, I would say I'm still erring more towards the side of, yeah, I mean, this deserves to be called Final Fantasy 16.
Right, not quite empty. Let's get this over with.
They couldn't stop one single man from reaching the sanctum, so shut your gob and keep your eyes open.
They're not from the garrison.
I swear this passage used to be secret.
Enemies upon us!
Of course it did.
Perfect plans, Clive. Perfect plans.
Here's a perfect plan. Just do this. I was going to say, surely it's not strong enough to kill them all. By the time they hit level 21, it's not enough at this stage. Easy, okay. Unfortunately, in my living room, even when the blinds are down, I don't have blackout blinds, so I can see everything pretty clearly, but sometimes in the darkest, most shadowy areas, it can be a bit difficult to see, so hopefully I don't miss anything as a result. But if you see me miss like a chest in a corner in like a shadowy bit, then that's probably why. But there's not too much more I can do. I'm going to wait till the evening to continue having a good time. And well, I have work to do.
He never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
I have to say, I think Sid's like the most charismatic, coolest favourite character I've had since maybe like Valisthea. If you're looking back at the series, again, don't have 7 remake because that doesn't count. It's characters from an old game. But yeah, thinking back, I mean, I've liked him more than any character in 13 or 15, I think.
The main tunnel.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make a scene. So yeah, I think so far, at least in terms of writing and characters and stuff, I am definitely happy. It's the best stuff we've had since at least 12 on that front, I think.
And all good things must come to an end. We might have a bit more company from now on.
Captain, to intruders! Summon the cannoneer at once!
Get over here.
Don't let them get away. You know what to do.
Yeah, definitely getting busier now. Ooh. Too busy. Let's clear out some of the rubbish.